Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of our NFL picks as we get you prepared for week number 7 on the NFL docket. Leading off today will be Emily Nerland.
Probably because I make the best picks. I think I'm going 0 for everything I do, so it might be good to bet against me, but I'm feeling pretty good this week. So first off the bat, I'm going to have Washington Redskins are heading to the New York Giants, and this is a must-win game for the Giants. People might think that they're going to come off a really big high against the Niners and that huge win they had, but they've lost to Philly, they lost to Dallas. They would end up 0-3 in the NFC East if they lose to the Skins. RG3 proved that he's fine, even past that concussion after that 76-yard touchdown he scored. But I think that the Giants are going to be too much to prove for the Skins, and they're going to beat them by at least a touchdown. They're going to make a point this week and bet on the Giants.
Last week, one of my selections was the Buffalo Bills, and it was a right side winner the entire way with the 2-1 week. Could have almost gone 3-0 except for the Patriots meltdown. Not bad, got my record back up to 500. So I'm going to go back with the Bills here because I think all the reasons as to why I took them last week apply here. The defense was embarrassed those 2 weeks that they got blown out. They're coming to play with all the talent that they really have. They're on their home field, laying around a field goal here against this god-awful Tennessee team who has not won a game on the road at all this year. The only win that they had was against a Steelers team that they caught off guard. Their defense is atrocious. It will get absolutely shredded by the skill position players of the Buffalo Bills that have tremendous speed. The CJ2K cannot run the football. They'll get completely shut down. Hasselback's useless and finished, shouldn't even be starting in the league. This is a cheap price at home. Take the superior Bills team, which has only lost one game at home when it was against the Patriots, trying to avoid a 3-game loss. I love the Bills. Here's my top pick this week.
I think that's a very good pick. My second pick, I'm going to actually be picking an underdog. I think the Browns are going to take Indy on their home turf. That's because Indianapolis is just racking up injuries on defense. There's Fili Moala, who's been out. They also have their other defensive end, Redding, who's out with his knee. Their inside linebacker, they won't be able to stop anything on the run. I think that you have to bet on Cleveland. I think that it's kind of just the fact that Luck and the name that the Colts have had are getting a bit more popularity vote, and that's why they might be favored a little more in this game. I'm not Paul Ryan. I recognize who Eden is. I think he's going to be able, after getting that win under their belt, he's going to be able to chuck the ball, and I think they're going to beat Indy on the road.
I like that pick as well, and we'll move over to my second pick here. And you know what, guys? We have a new part of the BetHubb.com betting features right now, which is totals. It's fantastic. And I'm a big fan of a play here on the Sunday night game, which is going to be very interesting with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. I don't am that confident in who's going to win this game, so why not get involved here and watch a shootout, which I see transpiring on the field here. And the reason for that is because of the fact that we have two gunslinging quarterbacks with two defenses that are just not playing well right now. The Cincinnati Bengals lead the NFL in big plays over 20 yards this year, and we see how bad Pittsburgh's defense has been on the road this year, getting torched by Tennessee and Oakland, giving up 25-plus points in their games on the road. Pittsburgh's offensive line is a joke, so they can't run the football, which means they're forced to throw it. Cincinnati's been banged up in the secondary all season long and have been getting killed there. Look at the Browns put up 30-plus points on them. This is an absolute shootout. Both teams scoring to the mid-high 20s. If you can get this number here in the mid-40s, go way over the number and enjoy the Sunday night shootout.
Taking your Sunday night, I'm going to go back to last week. I'm going to pick Houston Texans to beat Baltimore after they were embarrassed this last Sunday. Coming against Baltimore, I think that they have something to prove. They're going to be pissed off. They're going to be running like nobody's business. Not only do they have a strong running game, they were trying to throw it against the Packers, and it wasn't working for them. They're going to go back to what works, ground and pound, and they're playing against a Baltimore defense with, as everyone knows, Ray Lewis is out. They have injuries piling up there. They're going to be running. It's going to be a shootout as well, but you can definitely expect Houston to come out on top in this game.
Yes, I agree with that. Now, on to my third pick here. It's going to be another primetime game, the Monday Nighter. Division rivalry with the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions, and I absolutely love the underdog here getting nearly a touchdown for a number of reasons. First of all, the Lions have always been a better underdog team the last few years since they've had their rise back to being respectable in the league. I think just from a mindset perspective of not having the pressure to win these games outright, expecting them to win, really changes the way they play these games. They're a lot looser. They look like they're having more fun on the football field. We saw last week the comeback against Philadelphia, and truth be told, even in their their 3 losses this year, none of them have been by double digits. So even when they've lost, they've been competitive in all of their games. Stafford can throw the football around, and even if they're trailing in the game, the backdoor cover is wide open all game long. When you look at Chicago, they haven't exactly beaten anybody all that good yet. In their 4 wins, not one team has been over 500 this year. I still think Detroit's a half-decent football team. I think this number is inflated. I think these two teams are pretty even, and the only points that should be given in favor of the Bears here is their home field, which is generally worth 3.5 points, not nearly a touchdown. Chicago's defense prides themselves on making big plays and creating with some big plays downfield. They're getting a nice little balance. LaSure's running the football. We see that their front 4 was a lot more aggressive defensively last week against Philadelphia. Should be able to put some pressure on that poor Chicago offensive line as well and keep this competitive. I'm thinking they're going to win this game outright, so of course they're going to cover the points as an underdog. So those are our picks here for week number 7. I'm Chad M. Check out the link below on this video. It is BetHubb.com. You should start your account right now. Go on there, put some money in there. We have a sweet bonus going on right now for all first-time account users. We're going to give you guys some extra money to play with so you can come and bet us if you disagree with our picks. And based on our records recently, it wouldn't be so. Even start your own. You can create your own numbers. You can set challenges to your friends. It's a lot of fun. I know when you're watching these games, you want to have something riding on it, so you might as well come to BetHubb.com and get things started there.